you're feeling with it. He's up. Hey guys, Darren from Off-Road TV.
Jake from Off-Road TV.
And today we have got this with us.
Yes.
Please explain.
So, I've been going off-roading by myself for quite a while, but now the family is interested to come along.
Oh, nice one.
And so I was looking at something that takes us off-road, but still gives us some of the luxuries of sort of the bigger caravans. I don't want a big caravan. I understand that they are great for touring and sort of spending a lot of time in them, but we'll be going out once a month for a weekend. I wanted something that's compact, that can go off-road, but it still has all the luxuries of a big caravan. So something like this, which is the Hybrid Off-Road Caravan from TrackStar. That has bunk beds, a full-size bed, shower, toilet, kitchen, and plenty other things, but it's actually still fairly compact, easy to tow. So, so TrackStar were kind enough to give us this one for the weekend to play with and test. So that's where we are now.
And this is the Pinnacle 16.
Yeah, so this is the Pinnacle 16. They've got a few different versions of this. There's a few different layouts. So there's Pinnacle 15, which is slightly smaller. But this is sort of for a family of 4 or 5. I think a good option.
Okay. Well, let's have a wander around, see what it's got.
Yeah, let's have a look around, and then Darren's gonna take you inside. So we'll start up here in the front. It has a fairly decent sized toolbox up in the front. 2 full-size gas bottles. It does have hot and cold water on the drawbar, which is pretty cool. Oh yeah, it's got a nice little padding here, which is basically a stone guard. It protects the caravan against stone chips, but also dampens the rocks so they don't bounce back into your car. So that's pretty nice. Starting here in the first corner, big door on this side. This is sort of a additional storage, so there is a big drawer up here. You can put really anything you want. And down here at the bottom, perfect spot to put your barbecue. You can fit like a little barbecue or something in here. It does have a metal surface, so it's sort of safer for that. And extra more storage underneath here. And so you can sort of sit up here, cook here. You've got access to hot and cold water. I think this is a great little feature up here in the front. Kind of space there. Just close that one up. Moving along, this is the door to the toilet cassette. This is standard, pretty much every caravan that has toilet has it. Everyone knows how to use them. Nobody wants to use them, but you have a full toilet inside. Moving along, TV bracket. So you can have a TV, there's actually one on either side, so you can have TV on the outside, and it connects to the antenna right here. Your standard 240 volt connection to powered side. And then if you notice along the whole side, there are rock sliders, and they go all around the whole caravan. So this thing is built tough. Speaking of building tough, it's got off-road wheels, off-road tires, full independent off-road suspension. So we'll put up a few videos. You can see that we took it through a fairly decent dip in the road to get here onto the campsite, and you can see how it behaves. It's got tons of clearance, so yeah, fairly decent off-road. This is just a water heater air outlet. Just make sure you remove the plastic cover before you use your water heater. And then down here, a full outdoor shower, hot, cold, and a shower. So if you come back from the ocean, or if you come back from riding a dirt bike or anything, and you want to shower, this is here. This is optional extra on a lot of other caravans. And then this little door here is just your water filler cap. and you can connect to a water in a campsite and just have the water run through. So you can either have water coming through the water pump from your storage. This thing has two 100-liter tanks, or you can have water coming straight through from your tap. All right.
I love how professional you are. You just push through it. You remember,
Oh, yeah.
remember that other guy that just like screamed like a woos.
Walking around the back, so you can see this whole bit basically expands out from the caravan. So the spare wheels drop down, and this back expands. So that gives you a full-size queen bed inside. When you park at the camp, it actually creates a fair decent amount of space inside. But this whole thing folds into the caravan when you're driving, so it actually is fairly compact package when you're driving around. Now this is the party side. Full electric awning, which is a serious optional extra on most caravans. You press the button, awning zooms out. I'll show you how that works. It also comes with full 4 walls enclosure, including the floor. So this whole space outside basically becomes a giant room. You can put poles under the awning. You can peg it down so it stays where it is in a fair bit of wind. And if it's bad weather, like today actually it was raining, this whole space just becomes an extra living room. Alright, so this is where the kitchen is. This caravan has an outdoor kitchen. That's why you save some space inside, but honestly I've had a few caravans that we borrowed that had kitchens inside and we haven't used them. We just use the outside kitchen. So this thing actually has a fairly decent sized kitchen. That just keeps going. So this is your stove here, with a nice wind protection on each of the sides. You can just prop that up. So if it's windy outside you can cook. It also has an additional cooking surface. You can just prepare your food on that. It's got tons of storage underneath. You can put all your cutlery in here. It has this foldable rack with shelves, extra storage. It has an LED light that you can plug into the pub over there and just have a little bit of light in here while you're cooking. More storage for all your cooking accessories. Sink plumbed in with hot and cold water. And if you need more storage for cooking, there is a little pantry out here. So you can put all your things in here, and it's got a nice padded carpeted surface here. I actually find myself using it just for fun, because it's nice and carpeted. But yeah, there's an extra storage here and an extra little storage here. And what I actually found out is that up here in the corner on top of it, there's actually a little gap, and it passes through into the caravan under the bed, and that's where your battery is and that's where your inverter is. So you can probably just run an extension and have a little power break down here, and you can just connect your appliances straight in there into your inverter. It has a 2000 watt inverter, so you can run a fair bit of things from that. Some of the things that we've been running are an induction cooktop and a coffee machine. So today made a bacon on that, made a cappuccino on that, all just running from the inverter. So this is just sitting on a little table that folds out from the side. So if you just pull up on the side of the road, you can just pop that down, put your drinks on there, press the button, the awning retracts automatically, and there is another bracket here with antenna for a TV. Darren's gonna show you what it looks like inside, but before we do that, we'll just show you the side and here. And then in here in the front, this is where the fridge lives. Again, nice strut. It's got an exhaust fan for the fridge, and then the fridge slides out, and they got extra storage in here. So I don't know how big fridge you can fit in here, but definitely a 100-liter fridge would fit in here. There's tons of extra storage, your pantry outside. All of this is undercover, so you can have this as part of your cooking space. And then in here, I thought this is just a tiny little cubby hole to put a few things, but if you look through that, that actually goes all the way to the back. So you can put all your poles, your tarps, tons of stuff you can kind of slide in there and hide. It's a great little hiding spot. Alright, So that's what on the outside. We'll let Darren walk you through the inside.
Right, come on board. So, got bunk beds here for kiddie winkles or small adults. I did contort myself earlier and sleep in here. Each bed has got a fan next to it, and it's got a power socket for charging your phones as well, so super handy, and little lights in there, and then you've got the couple of windows with the shades and that, so it's good for a couple of kids probably. And then down here, this is where all the magic happens with the electrics. So you've got all your switches for outside lights, inside lights, all your fuses, you've got your water tank meters, you've got your battery meter and your grey water. Even comes with a radio and a CD player, so it's all pretty handy to get to. Good dials. It's been interesting watching the battery meter go up and down as we use the inverter with some of the bigger appliances. These are just storage, so you've got a little bit of storage in there, and then obviously some of your electrics are still in there. And then there's cupboards in here for storage, and those are your remotes for TV and things like that. And this, so you'll see the battery meter here, and that's actually charging from a solar panel that is mounted on the roof, so you're pretty much getting power all the time during the day when the sun is out and about, which in Australia is pretty much all the time. And then here you got toilet and shower, which is actually a decent size, and height wise you can actually stand up in it. Some of them are too low actually to properly stand up in, so it's a decent sized shower. You've got the toilet if you want to use it, not everyone will. And then yeah, this just seals up for extra privacy. What else? Tons of storage in here. So all these drawers basically are exactly the same, but you've got 8 of these drawers, so store whatever you want in there. Loads of room. You got a couple of seats here where you can sit and chill out. You got power sockets here, so you've got mains sockets there. You've got 12-volt sockets there, so loads of charging points around it, and you'll see the fans and things like that all around it. And then under this seat you've got that's the 2000 watt inverter in there, and you've got your battery charger going on in there, so it's well hidden away. And then some more storage in there, so plenty of room. And then under this bed is your batteries, and you've got your aircon system in here as well, all hidden away. And then this is the, what did we say this one was?
Water heater.
So that's the switch for the water heater, and then that is just your aircon vents there. Up top, this is an optional extra bed, so you can either get this or take it out. Queen size bed, which is actually a decent size. Get 2 adults in there, no problem. Again, you've got your lights at the back there, and you've got round this corner TV, so that's a 12-volt TV, and you've got power sockets and things there again. And again, just another storage point in there, so you can get things in there. These lights are, well, as we worked out, are sensors, so if you want to push them on, you kind of find the right spot and they just go on and off like that. So that took us a little while to work out. These all open up, so you've got more windows there that you can let the air in, so they're all basically all around the popped up part, so you can open all them up and get the air in. All the windows have got fly screens. We were in here last night and they did pretty well. We didn't have many visitors, did we? And then on the windows, you've got this one that goes up, so that's your fly screen, and then you've got this other one that comes down for privacy. Easy peasy. And then just on your way out here, so that's your switch for the electric awning, and also the button that controls the lightsaber outside. So it's in a nice handy spot. And then the other thing we're going to show you guys is just how easy it is to sort of set it up and take it back down again. So we arrived on camp, we had it set up inside probably 5 minutes, I would say. It's pretty easy.
Alright guys, there you have it. This was the Pinnacle 16 from TrackStar. I have to say, I wasn't a big fan of caravans, full stop. I always liked everything in one package. Not a big fan of towing caravans, but this converted me. I think that the balance or the combination of how easy this is to tow, how much off-road you can actually take this. You know, we took it to the beach, we took it through some fairly gnarly tracks to get to the campsite. How easy it is to tow around, but then when you get it set up and open everything up, how much space is inside, how much, I don't like to say the luxury this thing actually has, and how many features. For the money, that's a lot of caravan. Yeah, it is. There's a lot of kit for the money, and I think sitting here last night and then today with the rain, the fact that we could just get inside, and it's been good. Yeah, and just to name a few, 2000 watt inverter, usually optional extra. Electric awning, usual option extra. This thing has 2 AGM batteries, usually one is optional extra. It has hot and cold water on the outside and a shower, usually optional extra. Solar. It's got solar on top. Sometimes that is an optional extra, but this is a 300 watt solar panel, so that's fairly decent. It's got a full-size queen bed. Most of the beds in caravans, even bigger caravans, are fairly narrow, so they're probably like double bed size. This is a full-size queen bed, so for 2 people sleeping, extremely comfortable. Full off-road suspension, again, that's usually an optional extra. You need to select the off-road model, and it's, you know, extra $10,000. It has 2 100-liter water tanks. Usually you get one, and the other one is optional extra. It has 70-liter grey water tank. That usually is an optional extra. And I can keep going, right? So we'll put all the specs on a screen now. You can pause the video if you want and read through all of them. But you know, for the money, that's a good package. Yeah, definitely. And then when we towed it in here, you'll see us going through sand. We hadn't even let the tires down, so. Yeah, no, because it's just a short bit from the road to the campsite, so we just, you know, stayed on the highway pressures, and honestly, it was still easy to tow. And thanks to TrackStar for lending it to us for the weekend. It's been good. Thank you. You have a convert, and I'm actually considering buying one now. So we'll see how we go. If you guys see this more often on the show, you know what happened. Exactly. If you guys like the video, give us a like. If there is anything that we missed or you want us to review, leave it in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe. It really helps the channel. And guys, if you're content creators out there and you want to get seen on Off-Road TV, then send us your content, and if we like it, we'll get it up on the channel. That's a wrap. Thanks guys. Catch you next time. What do you have in your caravan?